If you're Harbor Freight sandblaster waste media and clogs, this video is for you. Stay tuned. So I picked up this 110-pound Harbor Freight sandblaster, I don't know, like 2 weeks ago or something maybe, after a failed attempt at building my own. I had a 30-gallon air compressor ready to go and sprung a leak, and I gotta go get something that'll work. So upon opening the package, and I read online everywhere, I read that these don't work the best, right? Like this part down here clogs up all the time. You got to do modifications to it. You got to do all this stuff to it. So today, I'm going to show you how to do the modification. Let's get after it. So I went to Ace this morning and I picked up some parts and pieces, right? So the first thing I picked up, if the camera focuses, was this 1/2 inch to 3/8 coupling. And that's going to go on the bottom of the tank here. Let's see if I can move this over. That's going to go to the bottom of the tank. After that, our 1/2 inch is going to get screwed right into our 1/2 inch ball valve. After the ball valve, we did a 1/2 inch close nipple. From there, we're going to go to a 1/2 inch T. Off of the 1/2 inch T, I'm going to go to a 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch brass hose barb, which is going to go to the end of our hose with our nozzle on it. Okay. This side we got a 45 male to female 1/2 inch. And that's going to go to this other 1/2 inch by 3/8 coupling. Or hex nipple, I guess. 1/2 inch 3/8 nipple. Now I did buy this is where I'm getting it at. Now I did buy the 3/8 coupling to go from our air hose to that nipple. So let's start out by taking this apart. So we're going to go ahead and take this air hose off the front. And this just unscrews from the top here. Just unscrews from the top here. If you follow it all the way down, you'll see it unscrewing at the bottom there. And that hose is out of the way. So now we can go ahead and remove this bottom piece. And as you can see here, how small that orifice is. Can you see that in there? Wait for the camera. So this is all 3/8. So basically we're going to bump this up to 1/2 inch. And instead of this weird like dead end, let's see if you can see that in there. I don't know if you guys can or not. But see that weird dead end in there? That's where all our media is getting caught. With this new one, it's gonna flow continuously through that 45. So this is trash. I'm gonna keep it in case I ever need it, but I consider this trash. So now let's go ahead and tip the tank down and start building this. All right, so now that we got that hose off, now we can start putting these pieces together. So let's get this one open. Always in your left hand, clockwise. This shit's thick, dude. I might get a new one. Let's use some of this shit. I gotta say the nicest thing about this whole sandblaster is that Harbor Freight actually provided some good Teflon tape. So we're gonna go ahead and Teflon tape this up. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do the other side too, because once it's on there, it's probably gonna be a pain in the ass. So hopefully I can get that to fit in there. It's getting tight already, which isn't a good sign. Probably because there's shit in there. I'm gonna get a pick and clean that all out. Those threads cleaned out. Let's see if it tightens up a little better. I just took a pick to them and took all the coal out of there. Because I tried running coal through here already, and it just did not want to work at all. All right, so now let's throw our 1/2 inch ball valve on this end. All right, make sure you put the valve on the right way. So when you turn it, it turns downward and not into the tank. I just made that mistake. I had to go back and fix it. So now we're going to go ahead and put on the close nipple, the 1/2 inch. We're gonna go ahead and just Teflon this whole thing. So I got the big Teflon out now. Go ahead and Teflon that up. Mess those threads up. So go ahead and put the T on. Now make sure that your T isn't in the middle of your valve, right? So make sure your valve swings down and your T can still kind of come up. I think I want to adjust this whole thing because our air line comes in from the back. So I want to go ahead and try to get this whole thing one more turn. Our air line will come in from the back. I want to do the same for this. just like that. So now we're going to go right out the top here, right out the front for our air line. Hose barb. Go ahead and screw this in. Okay, now this end of your hose is going to go right, it's going to go right on here like so. You'll tighten that down. Let's go ahead and put our half inch 45 down here. Just Teflon the end of that too. Okay. And grab our 1/2 inch to 3/8 nipple. The bottom, and go ahead and tighten that up. We got everything nice and tight. We have our 3/8 to 1/2 inch nipple. I think that was like $7 or $8. 1/2 inch ball valve. Close, open, doesn't hit. To a 1/2 inch close nipple. To a 1/2 inch T, right? 1/2 inch to 1/2 inch barb. 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch male, 1/2 inch female, 45. And then another 1/2 inch to 3/8 nipple. So this fitting right here, I'm actually going to go ahead and put this 3/8 coupling on there. Basically, I thought I could go ahead and just flip this hose, right? But I can't. This is a compression fitting, and we have a compression fitting up there, and this is not, along with this. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to throw this on there, and then we'll be able to connect our hoses. All right, so now I went ahead and put this on. Now we got to put this one on. I'm going to go ahead and Teflon this and screw it into there. Okay, now I got this tight. We're going to move it to the top. All right, so now we're at the top of the air compressor. So this fitting right here, this is a compression fitting, compression end. You generally do not need Teflon for these. That cup makes a metal-to-metal seal on compression fittings. Just a quick tip. Okay. So now we got our air hose on there. Picked up a pack of air fittings, 1/4 inch. We're going to go ahead and throw this right here. It's already got Teflon pre-packaged on it, so we're just going to put this fitting right here. Link in the comments below for all of these products that I'm using here. Some of them might be affiliate links, I don't know, but it doesn't cost you guys extra. It just helps me out, helps the channel out, and that's about it. It's nothing weird. So now let's move on to the hose, the dead man nozzle. So we got our hose here. Hook this end up to here. Get a flat tip screwdriver or like a nut of some sort. Oh, first try. Let's go. That's how today is going to be, eh? Good day. So go ahead and tighten this hose down. There's a lot of air that comes out of there, so we'll tighten that down. All right, so I want to talk about the nozzle. So you have your inlet and then your outlet. And this is your outlet. This is how you replace your tips. You just screw on and they screw off. Now the problem I was having was that this tip was getting clogged with the media that I bought. Let me show you. So the ones that Harbor Freight comes with are way too small. And I went to Harbor Freight and I picked up the 6-piece Deadman switch replacement set, and it came with a bigger nozzle. But I'll show you guys what this pack comes with here. These are the options that the Sandblaster came with out of the package. I was not getting any media through there whatsoever. So I went to Harbor Freight and I picked up the kit, and I'll show you what the kit has in it. Now this is the kit. So this is the kit you can buy from Harbor Freight. I already opened it, but it's a 6-piece Deadman. And see that pink one at the top? I got to show you this opening on the pink one. You see that? You want to talk about getting some fucking media through there. Why didn't Harbor Freight include this pink nozzle or sell this separately for what we're doing. So I'm going to throw the pink nozzle on there now that I got the new setup, and I'm going to fucking push some slag through there. So let's get after it. I wish I would have known about this tip before I went and strained all my media. I just got done straining all of my media, and let me tell you, it took me like a week. But all right, now we're in the blast room here that I built. This thing comes with the funnel. This is your cap. So I just got done straining or filtering out this coal slag. This was giving me major problems with the other setup. I think it's a little too thick. But now that I got the new system on the bottom and that new nozzle that I found at Harbor Freight, I think will be good. But I'm going to go ahead and pour this bucket in there, and we'll see how it goes. All right, go ahead and throw the cap on now. And get this thing pressurized. So we got the lid on tight. We're going to go ahead and add air to the tank. I'm going to run this at 90 to start, and then we'll see, but you see my gauge is slowly building here. Now I'm just going to play with these nozzles and the nozzle down here to figure out what this compressor likes. We're going to do a little bit of air. That shot right through that fucking thing, man. Woo! There it is. Okay. So now we're blasting. So I mean, it's cleaning it up pretty well. I want to dial in that media a little better and figure it out, but that's what we're looking at. So I'm going to go ahead, sandblast this panel, and I'll come back. So as you guys saw, the sandblaster worked for a little bit. But that's how you go ahead and replace that bottom there. I'll go ahead and list the parts in the description below. Might be some affiliate links on there. No charge to you guys. Just helps us out with these projects. But that's about it. I got bigger issues. Stay tuned for the next video when I fix this regulator because I snapped it. So she's feeding better now. I'm going to go ahead and fix the regulator, and I'll catch you guys later.